The US Open women's draw has just dropped, and Aryna Sabalenka has by far the toughest draw out of any of these players, and she's going for a three-peat. I'm going to give you all of my thoughts. Start with Aryna Sabalenka. Round that everyone is circling is round 4. Just lost to Snyder at the French Open. Aryna has not been playing tough tennis, and the fact that she could potentially play a Wimbledon champion in Barbara Krejcikova, I know I butchered her name in the 3rd round. This is such a freaking test. But if you're Aryna, you're looking at this. If you can get through round 4, I don't think Linda Noskova is going to be sitting there. I think she's going to get upset early. That leaves a quarterfinal potentially more open. And then a match with Jessica Pegula would be absolutely lights out. I'll talk about my girl Jessica Pegula, guys. She has another tough draw. Seeing Muhova potentially in the quarterfinal is where she really needs to go. That's going to be her toughest match. And then potentially seeing Sabalenka, or guys, we could have an all-American final with Jessica Pegula and Coco Gauff, which is what every single person wants. Jess's draw is not easy, but definitely not as hard as Aryna. Rybakina has the second hardest draw, seeing Naomi Osaka 4th round, then potentially Iga Swiatek in the quarterfinal. I don't know how healthy Elena Rybakina is. I'd be shocked if she gets past Naomi Osaka, which opens up this entire side of the draw. If she goes down, Madison Keys is also on this side of the draw, so she could potentially be in here somewhere. And the biggest favorite to win this entire tournament is Coco Gauff. I love her draw. She has the easiest freaking draw. Seeing Mira Andreeva in the quarterfinals, like, she basically has a breeze. She's beaten all of these individuals before. She just beat round 3 Balick in Cincinnati. She can easily get past Eva. Andreeva's going to be a test, but I don't think she's going to see Rybakina in the semifinal. I think that's going to be blown wide open. No one has really talked about this, but Amanda Anisimova is a number 10 seed. She also has a very tough draw. She could potentially see Mira Andreeva in the 4th round, which would be an absolute killer match. And then if she gets past Andreeva, she would get to see Coco Gauff in the quarterfinal, which another all-American matchup. We would love to see that. Madison Keys has the toughest draw. She could potentially see Belinda Bencic in the 3rd round, and then she would see Iga Swiatek in the 4th round rough. If somehow she gets through all of that nonsense, she would then see Rybakina in the quarterfinals, which yikes. Emma Navarro is the last American. She's in the bottom half of Aryna Sabalenka's quarter. We would potentially see Muhova in the 3rd round, which is and then Svitolina in the round of 16 or round 4, which those would be very tough. But I do think Emma Navarro can kind of slide underneath the radar. But I think if you're looking at this draw, Aryna Sabalenka could go down early, Linda Noskova could go down early, and then potentially Elena Rybakina. Just depends on how healthy she is with her Achilles. But I do think Coco, Jess, and Iga are by far the favorites coming into this. I'll give you my picks later, but what are your thoughts? Put them in the comments. Bye!